Hello, it is Jen and her jammies. I wanted to talk a little bit today on my thoughts on the chitter chatter that's happening around censorship of information that's on the internet. And personally, I think that censoring things could become very dangerous and more dangerous than the information being out there. And my reason for that is, if you think about when they banned alcohol in America, when there was that, I can't remember what the word is that they had for it, but alcohol was completely illegal across all America. Did that stop people from drinking alcohol? No, it pushed it underground and made it more dangerous. The drug situation that we have globally, it's illegal. They're censoring what we can take. We have the biggest drug crisis globally ever. And my thoughts about censoring information that people have, it can be a real issue because it's not going to stop that information from being shared in amongst communities. They will go underground with it. They will create their own points of interest. They'll find their own dark web kind of place, and with that, nobody, unless you're within that community, nobody will know what it is that's being said. So if you are somebody who is, I think it's vaccination that they're talking about, and anti-vax they're talking about. So if you're somebody who is pro-vaccination, if you don't know what the anti-vaxxers are saying, how can you defend your point? And vice versa. If it's flat earth, if it's religion, if it's, what else do people talk about, 5G, if it's whatever the on vogue topic is at that time, that there's two sides of the argument. Who are those? The Holocaust deniers. If you have these cohorts of people, how can anybody debunk misinformation if you don't know what the information is that's being said in the first place? I know that for me personally, I started drinking when I was very young because it was illegal, and it was a bit, this is a bit exciting. When there is a big hoo-ha over somebody being silenced on the internet, or somebody having their YouTube account taken down, whatever, I'm like, I wonder what it is that they are saying, and I go off and I listen to what it is they're saying. Whereas if the information was just there, I wouldn't really bother. And I'm probably not alone in having that kind of, if they're being silenced, what it is that they're being silenced about. And the people who are being silenced use that as a, see, what I'm saying must be true, and they can really strengthen their argument with it. So that's why, I think that censorship could potentially be really dangerous. I think giving good debates, having solid arguments, sharing the research for the people that are interested, and listening to the people that are on the other side, because it doesn't matter which side of any of those things that you're on, people are coming from a place of love and fear, which are two sides of the same coin. And you can't, unless you understand where that other person's coming from and can be compassionate for how they feel, you're never going to be able to come to any kind of agreement or understanding with each other. Because if you're digging your heels in, thinking people are fucking idiots or stupid, or dangerous or whatever you believe about these people, if you can't see where their fear is coming from, you're never going to be able to get them to understand another point of view or even consider another point of view, because the more you trigger somebody, the more they're going to dig their heels in. And I speak from personal experience. If somebody triggers me, I will dig my heels in of I am right, even if I start to think, oh, actually I'm wrong. I want to save face. Whereas if somebody comes to me with compassion and understanding of where I'm coming from and presents information in another way, I can go, oh, okay, I can see your point of view, and you can have a better conversation about it. So yeah. Do I think that a widespread censorship of information is a good idea? No, I think we should be educating people into how to understand information better, how to take a step back and look at things on a broader spectrum, how to feel more confident in asking questions and know that you're not going to get shot down or attacked for asking questions. And I saw that somebody put me into one of these 5G conspiracy groups that I didn't ask to be in and I didn't agree to be in, but I still saw posts that were in it when I was on Facebook, and it was one of the many reasons that I came off Facebook. But somebody asked what I felt was a legitimate question and they got absolutely attacked in this group for asking a question, and that's not how you win your case, by attacking people or calling them stupid or idiots or dumb or fuckwits or whatever your choice of language is. So yeah, if we can be more compassionate to each other and say, okay, right, tell me why you believe what you believe. Okay, this is why I believe the opposite. And I feel like I've spoken about this before, but just the conversation around censorship seems to be getting bigger out there, and yeah, it's interesting. The information won't go away. That's the thing. And at least if it's not censored, people with strong understandings of the opposing view can put a well-educated and well-informed reason as to why that is incorrect out there. Anyway, that's my tuppence worth for the morning, and I thought I would present you with my jammies again. Be lovely to each other, be kind, be curious, be compassionate, and I'll see you whenever I have something other non-interesting to say.